Or feelings. Hello everyone, it's the Closing Ceremonies of Midwest Fest 2021! It was very intergalactic. Yes. Make some noise and have a good time this weekend! I also woo. Thank you so much for coming out to the Closing Ceremonies. We're really excited to have you here. We're really excited. We have a fun schedule. Let's get started. Are we starting? We're back. Let's go ahead and get it started with Dinner Hall. Our production chair.
Okay, I think last week on Friday it was too quiet. Now it's too. I have a big mouth and I'm not used to needing a mic, so I gotta adjust. Sorry. Okay, I'm done. Tiller pretty much covered it. I hope you all had a good time. Yeah, I agree with you. That was. I think you could do better than that. Did you have a good time? Okay, I believe you. I finally believe you. Thank you. I just have a couple little quick things. I just wanted to thank our awesome guests of honor, Lynette Eklund, Corey Bing, and Rachel Bach. Having had the pleasure to talk to them throughout the weekend, it was absolutely stellar. These ladies are amazing. Please tell me you got to see some of the stuff they did this weekend, because, oh my God. Right? Sorry, I had to get rid of bosses. I also want to thank my amazing staff for everything they did throughout this weekend. Without them, we would not be able to pull this off. So thank you so much to the entire staff of Midwest Fest. And without the staff, we wouldn't have you. So thank you all for being here. It has been amazing and honestly incredibly surreal. After 2 years of not seeing all the people I love to seeing so many of them. So thank you for being here this weekend. It has been amazing and thank you so much. But that begs the question. How many were there this year, Woody?
That's actually a great question. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but we had some massive improvements to our registration system this year, and I just have to thank so many people for that. Right? It is a massive improvement. It is amazing. So happy. At our peak, we were doing just under 900 attendees being welcomed per hour, which is amazing. That is unprecedented. So thank you to Cheetah and Crimson and Cajun and the entire registration team for these improvements. They were beyond all expectations. So on top of all the travel restrictions and whatnot we had this year, obviously we were expecting not as many attendees, which is in many ways amazing because it allowed us to provide a much safer experience for all. Our preliminary number is about 8,900 attendees, and we will give an exact update on that very soon, but that is still an amazing count of people. So thank you all for coming out. That's a lot of people filling such an amazing space, right, Duncan?
Yes, absolutely. Also, we did want to extend a very special thanks to the people who provided these spaces. The Hyatt Regency O'Hare has been a wonderful host for this, their 10th year. And we'd also like to extend special thanks to our Convention Services Manager, Kelsey. This is her first year with Midwest Fur Fest, and I hope that she had a good time with us. And we also want to thank all the good folks over at the Stevens Convention Center, Jimmy and Anton and all the good folks there, and we really appreciate all the help that they've given us throughout the year.
I was reminded backstage that I forgot something very important during the openness. It's me, Teller! Hi. And this is Theo! Come on! Hello! So, just out of curiosity, let's hear from a round of applause. Who all here went to some form of programming during this convention? That's a trick question, because this is programming right now. I got you. So we had an amazing array of performers, panelists, and lots of different events that people could attend. And that is part of what makes this event so great, because we give an opportunity, and we have the opportunity to really feature so many members of our community, giving back and either educating, performing, and entertaining everyone here. Some quick shout outs I want to make. The variety show on Friday had amazing turnout, amazing performers. We had our Floor Wars. That was won by a dancer named Jamage, who did an amazing job last night. We had the first week dance competition, where we had third place, again, going to Jamage, because he's that good. Second place to Five Check, and first to Alloy. And we also had some amazing gaming tournaments that happened here too. With the poker tournament, where first place was won by Chance, second by Sync. And the Mario Kart DDR Pad Challenge, which I had to have explained to me, which is playing Mario Kart using a DDR pad, which didn't make sense to me at first, but it's a thing. And that was won by Media Hunter. So let's hear it for all these amazing folks who kicked butt this weekend. Keep in mind, programming is part of what really helps make our event run. Through gaming, programming, the work of our amazing AV team. If you are interested in doing a panel, performing at our convention, keep an eye out next year. We always open up for submissions once we open up for registration and the like. And who knows, maybe you'll get a chance to present in front of people. No anxiety, no pressure, no whoop. All right, handing it off.
I never know when it's me. So, I hope everyone had an amazing time in our vendor spaces this year and checked out all the art and all the dealers and sent them all of your money, as appropriately so. Excellent. We also had an amazing art show this year, so I hope everyone got the chance to see all the talent on showcase. And to celebrate the absolute best of the convention, we have some awards to give out. So, we're going to be presenting these by our art show director, Hub Monster. So, come on up.
Thank you to everyone, but especially to SEI and IT, because without them, I might still be crying in the corner. Thank you to everyone who put up with the little glitches we had. But in the end, the art show had some wonderful awards, but we also, in the total of 1,013 pieces, we sold more than half of them. Awards. The staff pick is Welcome to MFF. I believe we have a picture. There we go. The attendee pick was Serenity by Twilight Soma. There we go. And then the chairperson's pick was Intergalactic Dream by Paco Panda. So thank you again, everyone, and I look forward to next year.
And rounding out our vendor spaces, we had over 130 artists in the combined Artist Alley and Marketplace, and 217 in the Dealer's Den. All told, this is one of, if not the largest collection of talent in the entirety of the fandom. So if you didn't get a chance to check it out, please come back next year and do the exact same. Now, I won't delay this any longer. The moment you've been waiting for, allow me to introduce you to Marco.
Marco to the stage. Hey, Marco.
Hiya. Man, it's been busy. If I start speaking in like numbers and digits and stuff like that, it's because we've been trying to figure out exactly how much all of you super generous people have been donating to MCP over the last 3 days. Let me pull out my ledger, and we'll begin our portion of the show we call accounting. Debits and credits. All right, here we go. No, we don't. As you know, if you've been to the dealer room, the MCP people have been, they've had a wonderful setup, by the way. We thank them for just being wonderful contributors and partners in helping our charity tradition keep going. They had a magnificent presentation going on in the dealer's room. If you didn't get there, you missed it. And they have so many volunteers. Marta Kanar and Allison Smith and their group have been absolutely wonderful. I don't know if they're here yet. Clean up on aisle 4. Come on up, Marta, Allison. You guys, actually, all you guys, stand up. Stand up and take some bows. They are amazing. They've been collecting money all weekend. They've been selling merchandise. We have been, I'm watching my phone here, by the way. Okay, we're going to skip with this. We're going to skip with the detailed ledger. Sorry, if you're disappointed. We'll have that later, but I will give you some very good estimates. And they're really not estimates. The money is in the bank, people. Not only have they been collecting money there, they've been selling merchandise there. I know a lot of you got to the charity auction on this morning. We raised about $5,500 during the auction. Had a lot of fun. Had some really, really generous people bidding. Oh, look here. It's Marta and Allison. And Amy and everybody. We got everybody out here. $5,500 for the auction. A lot of the people in programming have been contributing during the week, and we had about $2,500 in contributions to that, and that's still money. That money's still being reported. And one big person who is, he's getting huge help for this. Alkali is in-house somewhere. We're going to hear from him a little bit later, but he's raised a heck of a lot of money during his events. During Whose Lion Isn't Anyway, and Charity Horror Stories, not Charity Horror Stories, Convention Horror Stories. We don't have horror stories in the charity department. It's all fun and games. So we combine all the totals that we have been giving all weekend, and we come up with just shy, or just a little bit over $20,000. To this moment. Can I bring you, I know, either one of you can come up to the mic and just give me a little feel about them.
Yeah, they had to close the catch me.
Yeah, how'd the weekend go, you think?
Step 1, breathe.
Breathe.
Sweaty hands.
Yeah.
this is what I want to say to all of you. What we do is really, really hard. And we see a lot of like very dark and sad things on a constant basis. And but charity-wise and the donations, it's incredible, and thank you so much. But it's also, you have like recouped like my personal, and I know the girls too, emotional bank and believing in people again. So thank you, because you guys are so beautiful and wonderful, and it's my heart, soul, thank you. It was a real honor to be here with you. We're coming back next year just to be with you. FYI.
Thank you guys for all the work that you guys do. I mean, I'm not sure what life in the city would be like without people like you who help the most vulnerable beings around us. And we thank you for that, because that happens every day, and it's done behind the scenes, but it takes an awful lot of sweat and hard work and tears and all that. And what can we say? Thanks. And we wanted to do what we could to help you guys out.
You're incredible.
So, $20,000, is that it? No. We do a little bit extra because furries are awesome, because MFF is committed to helping animal-related causes. And so, yes, who from the board would like to explain what we do next?
Well, I don't know. I think we're missing a member of the board up here right now.
Member of the board. Well-oiled machine.
We're really sorry.
I made the mistake of trying to take the mic out. I'm not doing that again.
But anyway, as a lot of you guys know, we kind of want to push things over. So we like to match what our terrific furries have been collecting over the past 3 days, and a little bit more than that. So we've set our contribution for this year at another $45,000. That's the actual check. You can try cashing this, but, you know.
I'm framing this above my bed.
Okay.
Thank you doesn't cut it. And again, thank you. But the emotional bank, thank you. We do home here, you guys. You guys are just incredible. Thank you all so much. Awesome. We're all one pack, you guys. Welcome to the pack.
Have you forgotten? Has it been a year since the furry fandom has been in this room?
No.
Has it been 2 years since the furry fandom's been in this room? Yes. What did we do during that year? Did the furry fandom sit on the sidelines and pet their dogs? Yes, that's fine. Did the furry fandom band together and start throwing online conventions to make sure that this community never fell apart? is really your first experience with the furry fandom. One of the things that has brought this community together, one of the things that I love, that I hold to my heart, is that we make sure that we take care of those who cannot take care of themselves. We held Zoom silent auctions. They weren't a silent auction because they were meant to be audio failed. We still made $1,000. But that means that since it's been 2 years, I think they forgot. Hey, can I have some friends up there? Do we have like a basin, a bucket or anything? Guys, do we want to show them what the furry fandom really is? Ladies, gentlemen, both and neither, are we going to show them what the furry fandom really is? There's buckets, assholes, you know what to do. We take whole bitcoins, yes.
I forgot who it was.
It's a charity.
So, okay, I realize I'm going to be a little louder here because there's a lot of chaos going on, and I'm going to enjoy actually being loud.
Can we do card? People are already asking about credit cards because they're furry and they don't understand finance. Take with it, man. Go with it.
I don't know, do they have like a Zelle or a Venmo or something that people...
Your wallet is Velcro. You don't understand. Keep going. Thank you. Oh, I love you guys so much. Oh,
Okay, for people who don't have cash, give us a minute, we'll get you that info.
thank you all so much. Hey, finance, have fun. I have a bill from a country I don't know. The sovereign state of Monopoly has donated $100. Guys, thank you all so much for this. Just thank you, thank you. Will you donate pizza to my mouth?
Where did Alpine go? Where are you in the crowd?
I'm all the way in the back of the room because I suck.
Oh. Well,
Two things.
so while that's happening, we would love to give some thanks to people who have helped make this event happen while you're off wandering the crowds.
So, we all spend a lot of time up here doing a lot of things, and the funny part about that is these four gentlemen up here on stage with me spend a ridiculous amount of time managing my goofy butt, but I had a really bad, significant bout of depression last year that kept me incapable of functioning on a human level professionally, personally, as well as all my convention work fell apart. And these four amazing guys here stood up and helped pull my, as I would say in front of small children, poop together, and really made me look good, because there was no way this would have happened if these four incredible people up here hadn't done what they've done to help me. And as a thank you, I have a little small token for each of you for helping for me the last year. Mental health is no joke, people. And I had a significant problem. And Theo, Woody, Duncan, Noel, thank you so much for being there for me this year when I really needed it. There's really, it's a plaque. It's not anything fancy, it's not $1 million, but it is my thank you to these amazing individuals up here for doing an amazing job to hold me together. That being said, again, thank you guys, really, I love you. It's amazing when you can do this with your friends. And it's like the leadership here is just I mean, like, they're all friends of mine. It's not even like, oh, hi, how you doing? Nope. Yeah. Some of them know more about me than have any right to. Also, I'd like to thank Thumper, who somehow, I think he stuck a tracker in me at some point during the weekend because he would magically appear out of nowhere and make me do stuff that I was supposed to be doing that I'd forgotten about. Thank you, Thumper, so much for managing me. It's a big job and a hard one to do. But on that note, Woody, is there anything you'd like to say?
How was Alclay doing out there? Is he hidden off into the back now? Are you helping count?
Not crying, shut up.
Cool. Yes, mental health is important, and I absolutely love that you took a moment to acknowledge that because it needs to be talked about. So thank you for letting us help you. This has been an amazing year, and there are so many people I want to thank as well, including you. So thank you for helping us along this way. Thank you to Spaz and Zinfox, my department leads, who've helped me manage the departments that I help make happen here. Thank you to Pixie and Seal and the entire security team. Thank you to Rhino and all of our medical volunteers. Thank you to Tango and the fantastic crowd control team for keeping everything moving. Especially thank you to Spaz and Riot and Ringer and everyone on the public relations team who has been keeping track of everything going on this weekend. It is amazing to see. Thank you to Blythe and Tauvix and Nikki and Celine and everyone who made registration happen this year. Again, registration has been fantastic and I could not be more proud. And thank you to Gimo and our awesome VIP services team. Noel, I think you have some people to thank.
So I'd like to start off by, saying certainly, we're all in this together. Every one of us has a piece to play, and, titles aside, we're all friends up here, and we do our best to support each other. And not only that, but we do this for you guys in the community, to have you be here and be our friends and promote the wonderful things that Furry does. And everyone here is a part of the solution. Like, you guys are all wearing masks. Everyone's vaccinated. If everyone was like this, we'd be in a better society and in a better world. So thank you all for doing the things to be here and making this a safe and And of course, my staff below me starts with Metro, who is our lead over tech services, charity, and photography. So thank you, Metro, for all the work that you do. And when it comes to individual departments, we've all met Hug Monster and the amazing things that and the amazing things that she's done with the art show. I hope everyone got the opportunity to check that out. In Artist Alley, we have Kelshin and Dubel running the show. Dealer's Den is Brendan and Wild Kitten, absolutely kicking butt in there. Tech Services, under Cajun Fox, I cannot thank you enough. Like, the things that you have pulled off this year are downright miracles. So if you are within range of my voice, thank you 1,000 times for keeping all of this together.
Notice on the screen that we have a Venmo address if you want to send any contributions to MCP. That way you can send it to MCP Rescue. Also, they brought a square, so there's no more excuse if you didn't bring your cash, you brought your cards. So if you give it up, he's got a square.
It's right up here. I got it right up here.
I promise I've only got a little bit left. And of course, Marco, thank you for all the work you do with our charity. Without you, none of this would be possible, so thank you very, very much. And then finally, I'd like to thank our amazing photography department led by Kemet. Kemet's brand new to the director role this year, and I would like everyone to give our photography team a big round of applause for everything they do to catalog this convention. Stand up. Thank you guys so much for stepping up and really taking the reins on this. So I'm looking forward to all the photos that are going to be coming up in the next weeks and months. So everything that they've taken, I cannot wait to see it. Thank you all. Done.
To take the opportunity to thank the departments that are working with me. A lot of the behind the scenes folks who you don't really see too much of necessarily, but they're kind of the lifeblood of the convention as well. We have our operations team who kind of function as the function as the hub of the convention, and I'd like to thank Edward Heine and Leonard for that. Our volunteers, they are amazing. And they have really stepped up this year. We appreciate every single one of you. Piper and Kovrick and their team have done just an amazing job this year. Publications. Oh my gosh, have you seen all the signage around? That is really, really amazing stuff. Also, don't forget, we do have an online con book. So make sure that you check that out as well. That was put together by Fayway and White Fox and Artie Skunk, and that whole publishing team. They're really a bunch of really talented people. We really appreciate the work that they're doing. They are also assisted by theming, which was Roscoe and Rama, and we appreciate that. And then there's our facilities team, because they're the ones that kind of coordinate with the hotel and the convention center. And I'd like to thank Street and that whole team, and especially want to send a shout out to Hino, who was not able to make it this year, but nevertheless helped coordinate with the convention center for months leading up to the convention. We really appreciate that.
And continue to from home during the convention.
Exactly. So appreciate that. Let's see, and
I mean, working remote for a furry con has got to be some kind of something.
And also, like, taking your finals and working for a convention remotely?
Dedication.
indeed. Also, would like to thank our logistics team. Kali and Chad and all those good folks have done an amazing job helping kind of move our equipment in and out, and they're probably doing that right now. They really do work really tirelessly, and we appreciate that. And finally, to round things out, I want to thank Max Skunk and his team for providing the staff lounge, which is kind of a small little room off to the side that kind of helps keep our staff going throughout the weekend. And we appreciate the work that they do.
All right. So, I'm new to this vice chair thing, and I've had, honestly, the honor of having some amazing teams working under me, and amazing leaders under me. So I want to briefly thank four who took on my original role of lead as I moved up to vice chair. He's been doing a great job overseeing the departments that he's taken on. I want to thank Dozer from Accessibility Services. Their team has done an amazing job. They've served over 100 attendees. This department directly, over 600 people use their quiet room. And as some of you may have remembered from opening ceremonies or what you saw from social media, we have those really awesome communication badges. And they still have some left. So please consider grabbing one of those at InfoDesk on your way out. Speaking of InfoDesk, I want to thank Dave Cat and his team. A lot of you probably had questions during the convention, and we know we wanted to have dedicated staff somewhere where you could ask them questions and they could help you out. So thank you to his team. Big shout out to Audie and the AV team. Otherwise, you might not see anything on these screens or hear us. Next, I want to thank gaming, because they practically run their own mini convention downstairs. So I think that requires a lot of recognition, especially for that amazing arcade that we had down there through the partners we worked with. So Shelton, your team, thank you so much. And then last but not least, I want to thank the entirety of the programming team. A lot goes into the planning of this event. And there's a lot of different avenues, and a lot of the events that you got to see here on main stage all throughout the convention center, here in the Hyatt, that came about through the work of our team. And especially here at the con, making sure that things are running smoothly, making sure that panel changes happen if rooms weren't big enough. They did this as smoothly as possible, and so I definitely need to give a shout out and recognition to Thor and his programming team, because they were amazing. I could not have run the team nearly as well as Thor did. So that's the last things I've got. Thor, I already did. Yeah, I did them first.
Woody, pay attention.
I was distracted. Shout out to programming.
Actually, if I could kind of jump in real quick. I did want to draw your attention to the balcony in the back, and I want you all to wave hi to Kelsey, who is our convention services manager here at the Hyatt. Thank you so much for all of your help.
Thank you, Kelsey. Hopefully you didn't break too bad.
Okay, now, update. First of all, let me just thank my charity team of Roulette and Burke and Linnaeus and a whole bunch of other volunteers I will probably neglect to name, and they're just as important as everybody. Alkaline, of course, and the auction posse helped us out. And I gotta tell you that furries are masters of prestidigitation, because very few places can, out of nothing, another $5,602 just appears out of nowhere. Thank you. Thank you again. And the square is still open. The square is always open.
And we don't even know what people are sending, like, from their seats with their Venmos.
This is true, we don't know, and the square numbers we'll get later, so stay tuned, watch online, we'll get you some updates. We also got, we didn't count the foreign money. We had people donate Australian dollars, Canadian dollars, Brazilian reais, Japanese yen. What else? What do we have? Swiss Mexican pesos, Swiss francs.
Wait, let me run that one back again. Swiss Mexican?
Swiss Mexican. Mexican Swiss, yes.
Okay.
It's money with holes in it.
Well, I know this one. I prefer Munster.
All right.
Hello! It's me, Tiller. Give yourselves all a round of applause!
None of this can happen without any of you coming here, being part of this convention, attending these panels, being part of all of this, and we are grateful for all of you. As was mentioned before, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, to include our corporate aspect of MFF and our board. So let's give a big round of applause for our board chairman, Tina!
Wait, it is. We love you, Tiller. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to Midwest Fur Fest. I am Cheetah. I'm the board chairman and president of Midwest Furry Fandom, the parent corporation that makes all of this amazing thing possible for the volunteers that put in so many hours. Board of directors, our focus is on the business side. Everything that you see has very little to do with us directly. It is a culmination of years' effort from Data, our chairperson, all the way through her leads, the executive team, and hundreds of volunteers that tirelessly put their time in so we can all have a really terrific experience. We do have a few corporate departments that in the background assist in making a foundation by which that these volunteers can do that work. Very briefly, those departments are our legal department, human and critter relations. Tiller, did you sync wave for us, Tiller? Human critter relations. Always roping people in. By the way, if you'd like to work, he would like to talk to you. He will be your best friend. We also have our software engineering and infrastructure department and contracts and risk. All of those folks work year-round. They also do it on a volunteer basis, and we are ever so grateful that we have that help on the professional side. It's a pretty amazing thing. Anyway, and as my personal guys, there's also the board of directors itself. They've spent the last 2 years working through 2 years of some pretty tough paths to navigate in order to get to this point. And I am very, very grateful for those 7 people that have been by my side, making some pretty tough decisions so that the convention itself can focus on making an amazing event and host some amazing charity people. So, oh, why do we do this every year? tissues. Oh, man, we're really well set. Thank you.
I'm not going to make it off stage. You're the one that's going to do it to me.
Anyway, thank you so much, everyone. If it weren't for the attendees and the staff, there'd be no point in doing this. So, again, thank you from the corporate side, and I'm going to turn this back to Tiller before I completely embarrass everyone.
As we mentioned a few times, and we covered a lot of it, but we can't do this without staff. Everyone who helped out this weekend and staff or our volunteers, you're all incredible. It's not possible without you. Oops, feelings. No, I'll stop openly. If you are interested in joining us on staff, many hands, many paws make light work. We can't get enough help. Reach out to hr@furfest.org, and we'll try and get you on next year. We'd love to have you join our staff team. We're really proud of everything we do here, and we'd love to have you be part of it. Let's hand it out to the chief for Dana for some final words.
I have my own. I don't
She has her own. This is mine now.
But I'm getting memos from backstage, or I should say we heard Alkali's big mouth, that we have an update back there.
We do. So for a moment, we forgot that we just let you guys be able to Vimo from your seats. So we thought we had a count. And then we had a new count. Closing Ceremonies of MFF just raised $7,425. And Closing Ceremonies.
You guys,
One more thing from our friends down in the escape room, another $1,500 on top of that.
$8,925.
And closing now! What the hell?
You guys, thank you doesn't cut it. I don't know. I'm speechless. My body is jello, and I love all of you.
All right, so hear me out. For $75, it's $9,000. I have 3 Rice Krispie treats I will sell for $75. Who wants them? I don't know what you meant, but that means sold. There we are, 9,000. Congratulations.
Sorry, I keep splitting things up and I keep adding money. The Hyatt was selling themed drinks in Red Bar all weekend. So on top of that, please add another $1,000. So that was $10,000.
I'm going backstage now. Goodbye. I have the napkins. They are mine. They are my friends. I'm not selling used napkins for $100. That's $200 minimum.
Okay. Do you need me back? Is it my turn again?
Welcome, Happy.
Oh, sorry. We were working some stuff out. Okay. So yeah, I guess Tiller ran away, so I guess it's me again. So, we'll be back next year. Same bird time, same bird channel, weekend after Thanksgiving, December 1st through 4th. Here at the Hyatt Regency O'Hare and over at the Donald A. Stephen Convention Center. And next year we'll be celebrating cinema with movie magic. I'm actually pretty sure most of you guys know that. Keep your eyes and ears and paws pierced to social media as we get for the future announcements as we confirm our guests of honor. It's been a year, it's kind of hard to confirm a lot of stuff. But as our guests of honor are confirmed, they will be announced on social media, Twitter, Facebook, carrier pigeon, I don't know. I still don't understand why you give me a microphone. I love you too. And last, I would like to thank my amazing and wonderful husband, Linnaeus, who is actually a member of the charity staff, for taking parents on duty while I sit for hours in the back of the house, trying to sit through emergency board meetings and long planning sessions, and without his support and love and understanding, there is no way I could take the time to help this event. And I love you, honey. Thank you so much. And without your support, it is greatly appreciated. And now that the mushy stuff is done, see you next year!
Silver Gato Man, he bought me a coffee. Silver Gato Man, here is the song for thee. He likes to video all the panels at the cons. You should go and watch them whether they are short or long. Silver Gato Man, you video that's not a jibe. All of you go to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.